For this screencast, I am using Explain Everything. It is a great tool with many features and it's very easy to use. The digital assessment tool that I'm going to explain to you is Kahoot and how I make assessments and use the results in my teaching. The teacher site for creating and using Kahoot is getkahoot.com. After you log in, you can click on Watch Intro Video to learn what to do and how to use some tools. To create a new Kahoot, you look at the choices on the main screen. I like to make a quiz to use for assessments. The students think they're really fun games and they don't realize that they're being used as formative assessments. They're point-based multiple choice quizzes with unlimited questions, so I start by picking a name. After you give your quiz a name, you hit Go to start the creative process. Creating a quiz in Kahoot is very easy. You can enter your answers, you can drop and drag images from your desktop or upload an image. You can choose which answer you want to be incorrect or correct. You can also choose to upload a video straight from YouTube. You can set a start and end time, and then put in your answer choices the same way you would with your image questions. You can use the toggle for point questions to set them as no points or to be point questions. My students really love the point questions because they love to beat their own score and to try to win out of everyone when we're doing a whole group quiz. Points are given based on correct answers and also who gets the quickest answer. Another great feature is to set the time limit for each question. I really like this because you can set longer ones for problems that they might need to work out on scrap paper, or you can set quicker ones for times where you just want an immediate response to see what they know quickly. When I want some good formative results, I usually give them some more time, and I instruct them to think before they mark their answer. Even though they are trying to be the quickest, I want to know what they really want to know, instead of just having them guess to be the quickest. When giving a Kahoot, you can choose from a Kahoot that you've created yourself, or there are thousands of public Kahoots on pretty much every topic for every age and grade level that you would ever need. I like the fact that there are so many public Kahoots to choose from. It's great and quick and easy to just pull one up and try it out, but a downside to that is that not all the questions or answers will necessarily be exactly what you want them to be or the ones that you would prefer them to be. So if you want it with your exact content, it's better to make it yourself. When choosing from a public Kahoot, you can choose the audience that you want to narrow it down, so school is a good one for education. You can also choose which type of Kahoot you would like to use. Since I'm using it mainly as assessment purposes and for formative assessments, I usually choose the quiz ones. Another plus side about choosing a public created Kahoot is that you can click on Show Answers and preview all the questions that are on that Kahoot. You can look at all the answers, you can see which answer is the correct answer, and you can decide if that's one you want to use or not. When you decide on the Kahoot you want, you click play and launch. When you launch it, it will give the students a game pin. On Kahoot.com, they will put in that pin number and enter it. The next thing that they will do is enter their name. Sometimes I let them do a nickname, sometimes I have them use the real name if I'm using it for an assessment. It lets them know that they're in, and they'll be ready to view the next part of the answers on the student screen. When you begin the quiz, everyone will see this on the teacher projected screen. It will have the question number, it will give them their time that they have left, and it will be counting down. It will tell them how many students have answered, so that you know if everyone has answered or not. Once everyone's answered and there is more time, it does move on. And they can look up and choose the choice that they want, and it will tell them that they've answered, and you can hit Next once everyone is in. The students will see the different shapes and colors on their screen. They will look up at the teacher's screen and they will make their choice. This is probably the biggest downfall in my opinion for Kahoot. I really wish that the answer choices were written on the screen for the kids to choose. A lot of times they're going too fast and they'll pick the wrong one, or they're just focusing on a shape or a color and those change. So having the answers in front of them would make a really big difference than them having to look back and forth between a device and the screen. However, after everyone has answered, it does tell them if they were correct, it tells them how many points they earned, and it tells them which position they are in with all the other players. Or it might tell them that they were incorrect, and they can look up and look at the different choices and see which one was the correct answer. Another great feature of this screen is where it says how many students answered each answer. So that gives the teacher a real clear view if there's any misconception in the whole class overall. At the end of the game, it gives us this final scoreboard, and the students love to see the very top winners and whoever was in first place with points. So the students had a blast, they were all engaged, but what does this mean for your assessments and how you're going to use it to guide your teaching? Well, if you click back on the main screen and toggle under your name, you can go to My Results. On your results page, you will have options to look at your Kahoots by date, by title, gives you an option to download, save, play it again, or share the link. I choose download so that I can look at these individual results for my students and use them to guide my instruction. Downloading will open the results in an Excel spreadsheet. You can view your students, their correct answers, how many incorrect answers, their score, and percentiles. I like to use this in small groups when I can so that I know that they're focused and trying their best. That way I can also use the results to compare which groups might be able to help other groups. Viewing the results in a spreadsheet is great because you can quickly see where the misunderstanding is within this assessment. You can also compare that data to other groups and see where there might be gaps in the whole class learning that you need to go back and reteach to the whole class. Or there might be ones that one group did better at the other, and you can target individual students who do not understand those concepts. Overall, I think Kahoot is a great application. It engages my students, it makes them excited to learn, they think it's a reward, I'm getting quick, immediate feedback, and so are they. Hope you liked it!